Alright guys, today we're going to do Star Slammers issue number 305 by Louise Simonson from Bravura Comics, Malibu, I guess. I think the story is a little bit of a mess. It's very unfocused. There's a lot of bloat in here that I think, what are you talking about? Who are you? Where are you coming from? What is your purpose? That. On the plus side, the visuals are very good. So we tried to make sense of it. I mean, I'm trying, but I have to admit that even the story is just, I don't know, man. I think they should have gone into a different direction. But hey, let's dive in. So we have our Star Slammer here, who is, the biggest threat of the galaxy somehow, is attacked by these armored space marines. And we have Colonel Phaedra as well. So it seems that, let me show you the visuals first. So this guy is a wrecking machine, right? And it looks fantastic. Love the after images. Very cool. Gives it a sense of kinetic momentum and all that stuff. So very easily, he just kills all of these. Well, they are not space marines, but you know what I mean, right? There's one left, and Phaedra comes in and, saves him, but I'm sure the Star Slammer could have easily deal with this guy, right? So he says, hey, I saved your life first. Maybe you could turn around so I can flee, right? And she says, I cannot do that. There's 3 reasons for that. First, I have failed in my duty and the Emperor would skin me alive. Second, it wouldn't give me a chance to even the score. And third, the clowns destroyed the eject mechanism when they blew their way in here. You're going nowhere. All right, so Phaedra's soldiers are being attacked by these commandos, right? And she says, hey, we're coming. And she says, hey, dude, grab one of these crackerjacks and start burning through the walls of debris. We got to get out of here, right? And she also says, well, the nearest life pod bay is on the other far side of the communication, so he needs to go with her, right? But then when they opened a door to one of these sections, one of her soldiers, defended this whole room, but died in the process himself. So Star Slammer says, this is Stygian armor. Wait, Stygian? Wait a minute, is this Conan or something? So that's the reason why you and I are still alive, because it's old tech. Is my suit aboard this spaceship? We're not that stupid. It's been sent by separate carrier. Too bad. If we run into more of these guys. So yeah, this guy is already a high-level threat, the Star Slammer, I mean. And if he's getting the suit, he's being probably invincible. All right, but then this guy is crashing through the wall. And, oh no, it's Private Stark and Sergeant. And they are, on the side of Captain Colonel Phaedra. All right, so he says, we're being ambushed, right? And the sergeant and I were escaping. We got this idiot just as 2 creeps were about to waste him. This guy, right? So, all right. He says, okay, then we have some bloat here that I think, okay, is this really relevant? But it seems that they figure out that there's some telepath on board, giving, maybe some insider, sending some messages outside so that the enemy can invade, right? And so this guy says, oh no, it's him. Oh, it's the Slammer. Name's Rojas. I bet the killers are Slammers trying to rescue this guy. We ought to waste him right now. He's all private. These killers tried to kill him. Allies of the telepathogen and the assassin, most likely. They tried to kill me too. He probably saved my life. Oh yeah, how do you know that? Maybe it's all a setup. Everybody knows Slammer's the most devious killers in the universe. All right, but then he says something that pisses this guy off, and then, yeah, he's way too strong. Colonel, if you examine the helmet of one of the dead commandos, I think you'll find something revealing. And she says, I don't need my honor defended, Private Stark. It hasn't been tampered with. And if you 2 gorillas have quite finished beating your chest, as an armor expert, Private, what do you make of this? So it seems that these guys don't have communications device and that they're all telepaths. Now that is, as far as I know, the story in here. So it seems that Sky was a village that was destroyed. It was a core settlement for the Empire's telepaths. So I saw that both sergeant and private were wearing brain blockers when they arrived, and there are only 2 of your command who escaped. I suspect something's more than coincidence when you found me so quickly. Telepaths has occurred to me. That doesn't make any sense. The Emperor wouldn't grieve to see Sky destroyed, but if he hired the Star Slammers, I would have known. Yeah, now this is the part of the territory that a little bit confusing. I mean, this is a Star Slammer. He is the enemy of the Empire. Why would the Emperor hire Star Slammers to devastate how do you say a village of telepaths? That doesn't make any sense, because I think the telepaths are an enemy of the Empire, and he is also he's being captured by the Emperor, and he needs to go to the planet to, I don't know, to be destroyed or something. He's caught in the middle. So this book is not really about Star Slammers. It's more like he is a plot device, I guess, because it's more about everything else except for the Star Slammer. He has a very minor role so far, right? And that's what I mean with bloat. There's a lot of bloat in here that I think really there's no really some kind of a red line, a thread, when it comes to the main story. It's just, I thought it was about this guy being captured, and then he needs to escape, and Phaedra helps him because he thinks that maybe the Emperor is on the wrong side or something, that he realized that. And maybe the Emperor betrays her because he's working out for the Empire. But that's not really the case. So this goes in a complete different direction, which think, oh, dude, we have only 2 issues left. I'm not sure this is going to pay off. Anyway. So this is the on the bridge of the Meredith. Now, we're going a little bit here, right? He says, where is my suit? On a separate carrier, so not the Meredith. So the Meredith, is that a carrier that is from the enemy? Are these enemies, or are these guys working with the Empire? I do not know. I like the designs though, right? So, and then we see basically a flashback, some kind of a, how do you say, video message about what happened on Sky, right? And what strikes me is this isn't just a regular fighter jet, but this is set in the far future on another planet. Why does it look like a fighter jet? Weird. Anyway, so he says, so this video guy, reporter guy says, where is the Emperor? Where are his troops? Who protects his citizens? Or this is a complete different thing, and that maybe the enemy just raised the city of the Emperor, or maybe a different kind of village that has nothing to do with Sky, the telepath settlement. I don't know. All right, so they figure out that the assassin that wanted to kill the Star Slammer is dead, but they have some images about them, and then we go to someone. I like the design. A little bit Red Sonja, but then alien, I guess. So this is the captain, right? And he's, he's not very all too happy. And he's also stuttering. And she says, oh, Captain Salardo, I think, thank God it is you. I was so frightened. They haven't caught me either. I was so worried you might have been one of those horrible things in armor. I beg your pardon. Oh, you surely haven't forgotten already. Cyrene Demila, you invited me to dine at the captain's table at the first night out. Oh, yeah, of course. And she says, hey, we shouldn't talk out here. Let's go to my cabin, right? He says, well. Oh, thank you, Captain. I knew you were a man a woman could depend on. Right. And she says, hey, this is safe. This is my cabin. Won't you come in? I'd like to really thank you for saving me. We couldn't even hide together. He says, well, I shouldn't be fraternizing with the passengers and all that. Prohibited, I won't tell. And besides, there's nothing fraternal about what I have in mind. Why is this in here? Now, it's been a little bit revealed here, but you could have just make it a little bit shorter. I don't know. So they, I don't know, try to go to the bridge, I guess, right? And this is, I don't know, the enemy, I think. And I like this, this, grabbing the gun so out of his holster and then poof, dead. So Private says, hey, what's up, Sergeant? Loose end. Maybe, I don't know, who's this guy? Don't know. So telepaths are talking to, I believe, the enemy, more soldiers, right? And so they're being ambushed by the Space Marines. She says they got us pinned down, right? But then we go somewhere to the Meredith again, and then hey, look at Songbird, and look, she got a man. I thought Songbird. So it seems that this captain is seeing this old woman as her. It's fake. It's maybe a telepath thing. I believe this is all telepaths, right? Basically, she's letting him. Well, he's a man with desires. Let's leave it at that. So, and he says, and what he desires is me, why he'll do anything I ask. All right, I think, okay, that is interesting. Also, including flying the marvelous Baroque starship right down in the heart of the Empire at 9 light speed, or 0.9 light speed. And you will do it, won't you, darling? For me. Absolute, my dearest. Now, Captain. Wait a minute, is this some kind of a suicide mission that they are crashing this starship into the heart of the Empire, killing their enemies? So then we have the Empires, which I think is a bad group of people. Then we have this telepathic group, probably revenge for someone killing the telepathic sky settlement, I guess. And then we have the Star Slammer with Captain Phaedra. I'm confused, to be honest. Visuals looks great, man. But yeah, I'm really on the fence if this actually is going to pay off or not. So yeah, I don't know. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think about it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.